Hello, Cliniko family. Rachel from the Cliniko team here to welcome you into another week, which means another set of news, updates, changes, fixes, and more. This past week, we've added a new patient information tab, which is now available when you're creating or editing a treatment note. Practitioners have an updated dashboard with SMS replies now easier to view. We've updated the past appointment alert when booking appointments, and confirmation email settings now have a dedicated page within your account settings. Finally, we've also updated unit prices for invoice items. They now display up to 3 decimal places. We also send those unit prices over to 0 if they have more than 2 decimal places. I'm taking a closer look at all these changes in this episode of Cliniko This Week. It has been a busy week, so let's jump right into our first update, the new Patient Information tab. If you are a practitioner, the next time you create or edit a treatment note, you'll now see a new tab containing patient or client information. If you're on a smaller device or have a smaller screen size, this Patient Information tab can be seen within the Treatment Note toolbar. The Patient Info tab contains general information about your client, including date of birth, sex, gender identity, pronouns, occupation, and their general notes. The general notes you see here are from the Notes section within their file. This can be edited by any user except bookkeepers. This Notes section can have anything from general notes about the patient or any notes that would be helpful when creating treatment notes. Just note, if you have any medical information that is only relevant for practitioners, we recommend using the Medical Alerts feature. This can also be seen at any time when creating treatment notes, but is only viewable by administrators and practitioners. Speaking of practitioners, a practitioner specifically may have noticed a change on the dashboard. The recent SMS replies has been moved above draft treatment notes. This will make it easier to see the 10 most recent SMS replies, especially if you had a large list of draft treatment notes. You'll no longer have to scroll past your draft treatment notes to see any updates to your SMS replies. Another visual update we've made is to the Appointments page. When creating an appointment in the past, we've updated the alert so it's easier to see that you're creating an appointment that is taking place before the current date and time. Now, if you love traveling back in time and meant to create an appointment in the past, you can continue to do so, but if you are not a seasoned time traveler or just simply want to make sure your booking is for the future, this updated alert will hopefully help. Next up, we've updated the location of the confirmation email settings. On the settings page, you'll now see a dedicated page for confirmation emails. Previously, they were within the appointment reminder settings page, but it has now been separated to make things clearer. Our next Cliniko change is related to invoices. When adding invoice items like billable items or products, we will now show the unit price with up to 3 decimal places. Previously, unit prices had only 2 decimal places shown, even though behind the scenes there actually could be 3. This could occasionally lead to invoices where the total of the invoice line items didn't seem to match the invoice total. So if your invoice items happen to include prices that have 3 decimal places, displaying the full unit price will help in those scenarios. Finally, if you have an integration with Xero, we will also now send those unit prices over to Xero if they have more than 2 decimal places. That pretty much summarizes this week's past changes, but since I'm a seasoned time traveler, I met the time traveling doctor in real life, so that must make me a time traveler now, right? I will meet you in a future episode of Cliniko This Week. Until then, have a good one, Cliniko family. Bye!